What if I told you that ants can create zombies, enslave entire colonies, build living bridges with their own bodies, and survive floods by turning themselves into floating rafts? It sounds like science fiction, but every single one of these things is real. Ants may be tiny, but they have built one of the most advanced civilizations on Earth. In this video, you'll discover 14 incredible ant facts that seem impossible, but are completely true. Let's begin. Fact number 1. Zombie ants. Have you ever wondered if real-life zombies actually exist? Believe it or not, they do. And they live in the world of ants. A deadly fungus called Ophiocordyceps infects an ant and gradually takes control of its behavior. The fungus forces the ant to leave its colony and climb to a high place, such as a leaf or a branch. Once there, the ant locks its jaws onto the surface and remains frozen in place. Soon after, the ant dies. But the story doesn't end there. The fungus grows out of the ant's body and releases spores into the air, infecting other ants nearby. In other words, a fungus can turn an entire colony into real-life zombies. Fact number 2. Farming before humans. Most people think humans invented farming, but leafcutter ants were farming millions of years before we ever existed. These ants cut large pieces of leaves and carry them back to their underground nests. Surprisingly, they don't eat the leaves themselves. Instead, they chew the leaves into a special material that helps grow a white fungus. That fungus becomes their primary food source. These ants grow, protect, and harvest their own food, just like human farmers. Fact number 3. 1 ant, 2 stomachs. Ants have 2 separate stomachs inside their bodies. The first stomach is used for their own digestion and energy. Whenever an ant eats, the food is processed there. But the second stomach serves a completely different purpose. It acts like a storage tank. When ants find food, they store some of it in this second stomach and carry it back to the colony. Once they return, they share the food with other ants and larvae through a process called trophalexis. This means every ant works not only for itself, but for the entire colony. Fact number 4. Slave maker ants. The world of ants is filled with wars and invasions. Some species are known as slave maker ants. These ants attack weaker colonies and steal their larvae and pupae. The stolen young are taken back to the attacker's nest. When they grow up, they believe that colony is their home. As a result, they spend their entire lives working for the ants that captured them. It's one of the strangest survival strategies found in nature. Fact number 5. No ears, no lungs. Ants don't have ears like humans do. But that's not the most surprising part. Ants don't have lungs either. Their bodies contain tiny openings called spiracles. Fact number 6. A 6,000-kilometer super colony. In Europe, scientists discovered a massive ant super colony stretching nearly 10 kilometers. It extends across several countries, from Italy through France and into Spain. The colony contains billions of nests and countless ants. What's truly incredible is that ants from different parts of this giant network recognize each other as family. Even when separated by huge distances, they often cooperate instead of fighting. Fact number 7. The weight of all ants. Ants can be found almost everywhere on Earth, except Antarctica. Their numbers are so enormous that scientists estimate their total biomass is comparable to that of all humans combined. Think about that for a moment. These tiny insects are among the most successful creatures on the planet. In fact, wherever you're standing right now, there are probably thousands of ants living nearby, and you may never even notice them. Fact number 8. Ants rescue their injured teammates. When ants are injured during battles, their colony doesn't leave them behind. Instead, other ants carry the wounded back to the nest and help clean their injuries. Scientists have even observed some species using special chemicals to prevent infections and improve survival. In a way, ants have something that resembles ambulances and field medics. Fact number 9. Ants build bridges with their bodies. When ants encounter a deep gap or obstacle, they don't simply turn back. Thousands of ants can link themselves together to form a living bridge. The rest of the colony then walks across the bridge to reach its destination. Some of these living structures can remain in place for hours. Fact number 10. Ants turn into floating rafts. Floods can be deadly for most small creatures, but some ant species have developed an incredible survival strategy. When floodwaters rise, thousands of ants cling to one another and form a floating raft. The queen and the young are protected safely in the center. These living rafts can stay afloat for days and, in some cases, even weeks. Fact number 11. Ants have their own GPS. Ants are masters of navigation. They use the position of the sun, landmarks, and chemical trails to find their way. Even after traveling long distances in search of food, they can often return directly to their nest with remarkable accuracy. Fact number 12. The bullet ant has one of the most painful stings on Earth. One of the most feared ants in the world is the bullet ant. Its sting is so painful that many people compare it to being shot by a bullet. The intense pain can last for many hours and is often described as one of the worst insect stings known to humans. Fact number 13. Ant colonies depend on a queen. Every ant colony revolves around its queen. She is responsible for producing the next generation of ants. In some species, when a queen dies, workers help support and protect a replacement queen to ensure the colony survives. This creates a highly organized social system with a clear leadership structure. Fact number 14. Ants raise their own livestock. Humans raise animals such as cows and goats for valuable resources. Some ants do something surprisingly similar. They protect tiny insects called aphids, which produce a sweet liquid known as honeydew. In exchange for protection, the ants collect this sugary substance as food. It's almost as if ants have their own miniature farm animals. And that's it for today's amazing ant facts. Which fact surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want more incredible facts about animals, nature, and the world around us, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I upload new fact videos regularly. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.